24, man. Garage talk. News from the streets coming straight out the garage. Garage talk. News from the streets coming straight out the garage. Garage talk. News from the streets coming straight out the garage. Garage talk.
Garage Talk TV, what's up everybody, man? This your boy Mac D, man. What's up, man? Thank y'all, man, for rocking with Garage Talk, man. TV 214, man. Hit the likes, hit the likes, hit the likes. Man, been rolling real good past couple of weeks, man. Shout out to T-Dog and family, man, you know, on the road trip, man. Shout out to them, man. Just want to say thank y'all, man, for tuning in to the show, man. Been having some nice drop-ins, man, and got somebody dropping in on y'all, man. Next week, man, y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna bring a legend, man, in that track and field up in here, man. You know, qualified for the Olympics, ran in the Olympics and everything. So I'm gonna be bringing him in, man. You know, was a legend. So y'all look for that. I ain't gonna give up no names, man. But if you wanna know about a legend in that track and field that came out of Dallas, man, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, man, he gonna drop on in straight out of Roosevelt High School. If you know, you know. But shout out to y'all, man. Now y'all know on the show, man, Garage Talk TV, I'm always like trying to uplift the community, man, whether it be hip hop culture, you know, enlighten on the politics, you know what I'm saying, or sports, you know what I'm saying, and it's coming from to, you know, how we rock, you know what I'm saying, Garage Talk TV. And I want to thank y'all once again, man, you know, boys out the Houston area, man, all over, man, for rocking with me, man, you know, got me 1,000 views on SUC, man, shout out to Mike D, man, you know what I'm saying, down in Houston, man, shout out to both of them podcasters right there. And I had to point out how Mike D, man, you know what I'm saying, really put that thing together down there with SUC. And so y'all know since we rock like that, hey man, this week, man, without a delay and without a doubt, big shout out, man, to Charleston White and OG Percy, man, you know what I'm saying. I miss it with both of them, you know what I'm saying, for us keeping up with their podcast. We got to give a big shout out. I got to highlight, you know, how they rock that. A lot of young cats, you know, need to pay attention to that, you know what I'm saying, because them boys had a lot of words in between, but they understood they was out here in these YouTube streets. Charleston White, man, is a big media sensation. He done broke through, you know what I'm saying, whether we agree with his tactics or how he went about it. But one thing about it, he went about it, and he is a sensation, you know what I'm saying? And I really like to really not just appreciate it, but just really felt, man, you know, just really felt that whole interview. Shout out to Say Cheese for that interview. That was a great interview, you know what I'm saying? Charleston White, say he talked to the old man, that lets you know, he's a split from Charleston White. He is a real person from what you see on the media. And he say, you know, and he's trying to get all the ducks in the row, man. And after he done already made it out there into the ocean, anytime he want, he can, we got to give it to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. No matter how you see that, man, you know what I'm saying? And everything he put out, he coming from his own side of than what he sees, so he done went through it. And he living, and it may be harsh, you know what I'm saying, but he coming. And he trying to secure the bag, his bag. Ain't nobody gonna pay the bills but see white bills but his bills, you know what I'm saying? So he paying the cost to be the boss. And then looking at OG Percy, now I can see why he is an OG. You know, OG Percy, man, a lot of people, you know, they try to want to frown on Percy, especially, you know, for what he used to represent. I can't get into the politics, you know what I'm saying? I don't bang, you know what I'm saying? But I do in my past and everything and where I come from, that's all in the affiliation, you know what I'm saying? So I can feel OG Percy, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that he from Texas and his walk and everything, it's kind of intertwined, but I'm not a gang member, you know, never was a gang member, you know what I'm saying? I was dedicated to something else in the streets, you know, for us hustling, and that's what that was, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of associated, cause you know, what I do is affiliate a little of everything back in my past life of growing up. And that's why Garage Talk, man, I like to let y'all, you know, see that side when y'all be checking out the Mac, letting y'all know where y'all can see growth, you know what I'm saying? You know, cause everything is for growth, you know what I'm saying? The world, some of my people, man, and shout out to some of my people on here that know my history of, you know, from then into now, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, cause they can see my growth, you know what I'm saying? But looking at Charleston White, don't want to fray, OG Percy, don't want to fray from Percy's character. I know a lot of cats, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the history of Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some boys out of West Dallas, #1, #2, and some boys out the Cliffs, don't get me wrong. And some older cats out of North Dallas. It ain't no, you know, it's all set. I don't want to leave out nobody. It's some from every side. Don't want to leave out nobody. But back then, I know some boys that was on drugs, you know, let's say crack cocaine. Let's get to the point. This Garage Talk TV 214, where I gotta keep it 100. Tonight, I'm giving a shout out. The whole subject is Charleston White and OG Percy. You know, shout out to Say Cheese for a tight interview. You know what I'm saying? A real tight interview. You know, I gotta put out positive. So these boys showed a positive thing. So back then, I knew some boys, man, that once they go in and clean themselves up for about 3 or 4 weeks, out of all different parts of town, let me take that back, 3 or 4 months. You know, once they go in and go and get some push-ups on them and all that, hey man, there ain't no guns off in there. And you know what I'm saying, them boys, you know, I got some partners, they'll knock out the leaders. See, in Texas, our politics different. My homies, man, we knocking out, we tripping, we gonna get something right. We ain't got all that politics like how some people politics, y'all don't do nothing to the different ethnic groups. Now, it ain't like that with where I come from. It's about the Cowboys, Dallas, Houston, Stanton, where it's Texas, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to walk in town, don't want to leave nobody out of it. Cause it's some boys from everywhere. Shout out to Steel Bill out there had in Bessie, he was one of them. Once you get cleaned up, Steel Bill gonna go to workshop, everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? And so they try to smear OG Percy because of that, but he came through an era. And I can see that man fight, man, you know what I'm saying? I can see his growth coming from that, coming on this social media, and don't let social media take him off his pivot. And it was a big shout out to Charleston White for that, cause he went in for the love of the city, man. And just when you listening to him, you can see all the love, but you can see the silliness and the craziness, but you can see OG Percy. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have never thought Charleston White, but then Charleston did that. Real homie type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that was a deep interview, man. For some of y'all sitting around trying to gotta shoot everybody and oozes, man, I mean, some of that I can't really say I understand, because once you come in with a different alternative and the knowledge been put forth, then you got some decisions you can make. You know what I'm saying, boys? You don't have to take your homies out and everybody with a weapon, man. Sometimes you can just be like, especially y'all cats that's rappers and artists, you can do like Charleston and go line you a fight up, Hawaiian boy. I think Percy done some of that. They showing you how you can get the bag. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta eliminate each other. And so that's why I'm highlighting them, you know, that's why I'm highlighting them. You know, shout out to them. That was a real deep interview, man. You know, really one that's for the cats, man, that's really gonna wreck themselves. You know, really gonna wreck yourself. Garage Talk TV, 214, man. Click, like, and subscribe, man. Hit the likes. Thank y'all, man. Y'all been really rocking with the show. Can't wait for my next interview, man. Me and Big T-Dog, man. Like I say, my boy on the road. Shout out to T-Dog, man. May he have traveling grace. R.I.P., man, to Ronnie Morgan, man. You know what I'm saying? May he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe gone, but never forgotten. You know what I'm saying? That was just a big interview. Coming from Percy to how he lived rough like that. I know many cats. Like I say, them boys go in and clean up theyself, take them about 4 months, get on them push-ups and whatever it is, and some shadow punching, some working it out. Say, man, it's gonna be rough. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take that from him, cause I hit the hotline, them boys came up on the button. And when I hit the button and talk to that line you can't take that from OG Percy, man. But watching OG Percy, watching Charleston White, I'm all right. And I'm probably a little older than Percy. I'm 55. He probably a little younger than me. I know Charleston younger than me, but he really deserved to wear that OG title, man. You know what I'm saying? He really deserved that, and that's coming from somebody that's been through that lane. You know what I'm saying? One day I might tell y'all a story about Ferguson, from what I was in, where I was, and how I went through it. You know what I'm saying? Cause them boys in a different lane, but I'm in a lane. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little different. But it all intertwined. You did. And so, say, man, Charleston and Percy, that's a winning combination for the city. That was for the city right there, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats in Fort Worth. You got some more cats, you know what I'm saying? I done checked out that new Yayo, you know what I'm saying? We did that Hold Your Tongue, like got some, that's gonna be, but it's gonna be time for cats to grow up. It's gonna be time to see that they really check out them 2 cats that went out front row with it. You know what I'm saying? This man that said something about this man brother, after this man brother I ain't even heard no more. R.I.P. the man, the Percy brother, man, condolences, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is on like Garage Talk TV. We keep it 100. This ain't no, like if you come in the Garage Talk TV and you looking for me to like run East Dallas into South Dallas into West, and cause North might be mad at Oak Cliff and that, then you just came to the wrong channel. You see what I'm saying? This the Keeping It 100 Garage Talk TV. I'm not gonna run, little flip into T.I. talk about that. See, that ain't Garage Talk TV. This the channel where I'm gonna give to the community and keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? And then try to pull some boys up out the mud. But then I always commend and show gratitude, man. You know what I'm saying? And acknowledge when boys do front row stuff. Yeah, man, shout out, man. Hit the likes. Now, can you imagine Charleston taking Percy on the road and letting Percy, you know what I'm saying, sometimes do his song with her, the pain song. You know what I'm saying? Percy got a big personality. He got a lot about him that where he's like got a little entertaining. Percy got entertainment in him. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine him going out and just getting the ropes of that after he's already been, at this level now, he done a lot of things. And you can see his growth. Coming from where he came, you can see his fight, but he's still standing solid in the paint. Shout out, man. A lot of boys ain't used to getting this type of love. Well, say, oh man, MacD, he trying to be a homo. He trying to, look, bro, if you say my name and mention anything, man, late 80s through the 90s, they gonna tell you. But at the same time, man, I done been up the road where it all come together. I got partners from all sides. If I want to just and hit a phone, if I want a certain cast, if it's out the city, I can hit them. But I've paid my own way. I do my own thing. I always been like that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, I'm on a real track now, to to where the culture, man, I'm trying to help the culture get cleaned up in my own way. So this is what this platform is for. You see what I'm saying? That's what this platform is for. And so tonight I gotta acknowledge Charleston, man. Cause when you go back and do some things like that that you really didn't have to do, and then y'all can sit up there with each other and sit like that and say cheese, man. Shout out to Say Cheese, cause he asked some beautiful questions. And so you know what I'm saying? So coming from Garage Talk TV down in the comments, man, y'all let me know, man. You know, is it good to see, man, when cats come together and just like, and really understand we just in this lane, you know. You can pull a lot of punches in this lane right here, but it's just good for the views and the clicks. Let's leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come down in the comments and let me know. You know, how many rappers could have been saved right now if they would have just checked out this interview and see how these boys been talking about and how things been going with them. And you know, we know that out here in the YouTube street, it's all documented. You know, Charleston gonna hear it up in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna go. It's gonna go, whether you like him or not. Charleston gonna do his thing. He is the man in the lane. That is what it is. You can't take that back. He worked that. I watched that man when he didn't even have 100 views. I seen it when, 100,000, when he wasn't getting 500 views. I remember that. I remember when he first came in the thing, just talking on the phone all the time. So wherever he got right now, he deserved it. Whether I want to feel a certain way about politics or nothing, I gotta understand the lane. You know what I'm saying? I gotta understand the lane. And then I'm coming from the side to where you gotta see the maturity. You gotta see the maturity in OG Percy. Cause from the lane we come from, if you say the wrong thing, you know, you're gonna get held to that. You're gonna get held to that coming from where I'm come from. If you saying like the wrong, you know, then the boys just gonna like kind of hold you to that. But then when you really realize what it's all about, you know what I'm saying? When you hit this lane, it's entertainment, you can't bring the streets to this lane. And that's what they did. That's what they did. By Charleston even mentioned the old man's name, it was pivotal, showing you how he respect elders. No matter what, he got some respectability about it. I'm not here to fight for all that for him, but I'm just letting you know what I see, you know what I'm saying, a short, you know, that's been around through muddy waters, that's like appreciative to be here today. And being able to talk to y'all and y'all being able to watch me and listen to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful of that. And at the same time, you know, we gotta pay homage to cats like that, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know, when you see things like that, it gotta be sit up and captured and acknowledged. That was powerful, you know? And so I'm gonna give shout outs to them boys. Shout out to both of them, man. Hell of a interview. And I just wanna know what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments, man. You know, we keeping it real, Garage Talk TV. We moving on with the move on. You know, for all y'all, you know what I'm saying, that didn't catch Clay Mack, man, the defensive back guru. Y'all got grandkids. Y'all check out, you know, go watch the Clay Mack video. He one of the best in the country, man. He done trained a lot of boys for the Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, all around the league. He done trained them boys. Why they done won, a couple of them done won a Super Bowl, he done trained. You know, he training some boys that's in the top 7 all the time in the NFL. So, in D-backs. So, that's what that is, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all be on the lookout, cause next week, man, I'm coming with a legend, man, that y'all know. If you're around my age and whatever, the man had the city crunk. You know what I'm saying? He had the city crunk. You know what I'm saying? He's a track legend. Yeah, Garage Talk TV, man, where we do sports, man, DFW. You know, the hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying? And politics, man. Hit the likes, man. And if you want, I'm gonna put the Gmail on the screen. If you want to support the channel, I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Cause we just grow around here, you know, and I appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna try to get it where I can get some shirts, you know, down there, put my little thing down there. Cause I had a few of y'all ask me about them shirts, man. Appreciate you for the support and the love. And hey, man, shout out to, you know, everybody that played a part of that project, Shay Cheese, Charleston White, and OG Percy, man. Shout out to them brothers, man. And until the next time, peace.
News from the streets coming straight out the garage. Garage talk. News from the streets coming straight out the garage. Garage talk.